No money involved.
You'll be alone. Okay, who wants to kick us off?
Can I start?
Okay, Gary.
Hello, David. Thanks for your time.
Yeah. Right.
So the flu bug cleared?
No, we never said flu.
Okay. The bug.
Yeah.
What kind of bug was it? Tummy?
Sorry, I've not got my doctor's certificate with me today to give you the answer to that. But we've had a few people who had a bit of illness, so that's all I can give you.
And the 2 days off, was that what you would normally do because of the fixtures coming thick and fast, or was it to do with clearing the bug away?
A little bit of all of that. I think the scheduling we've had has been quite difficult. Last week was really difficult. 2 Premier League games away from home. Thursday, Sunday was difficult. And there's not much time around this time of the year for MD, so any time we can give the players a bit of time to themselves, we do that.
Brilliant night, obviously, ahead of us. A cup night. London Stadium floodlights, so important as well to get a result so that you can go straight into that group of 16.
Yeah, look, the last few years we've had really good nights at London Stadium. I think back to the likes of Seville and Alkmaar last year, and some of the games we've had have been special nights for us, but we're not quite at that stage yet. This is still the group. We've won the group the last 2 years. Winning it for 3 years in a row will be really tough. Freiburg are a good team and we'll need to play very well to get a result. It was a really close game over in Freiburg and we narrowly come out in front, and they've shown in the group that they're a really good side.
But the benefits of winning the group, how important are they when you could maybe be in a League Cup final in February, you could be in the 5th round of the FA Cup in February?
Yeah, it could be. But we're in Europe after Christmas time, and that's the most important thing. Whether we were first or whether we were second, that's the most important thing. We're going to try and be first, but that's the big thing for us.
You're obviously, taking into account the unexpected result of the weekend. That was at the back of 6 on the bounce of that defeat. You won 5 of those. You're in the top half of the Premier League, 3 points off Europe. Are your achievements as a team and a manager being overlooked a little, do you think?
Well, I don't know about that. I think that you, as a manager, you go along and you go game to game. Obviously, I didn't enjoy the weekend's game. Whether I'd won 6 before that or not, it doesn't make it any easier. But look, we've just had a real grueling schedule with the trips we've had and where we've had to be. It just caught up on us a little bit. So hopefully we can correct that, get back to normal way, which hopefully is winning and playing a lot better than we did do. But and also, as you said at the start, we had a little bit of illness which didn't help us in chopping and changing a little bit. So hopefully we can try and get back to normality.
Is anyone still going to be missing with that illness tomorrow, do you think?
We've still got a few lingering. We've had a few in the last day or two, but we think we're okay. We don't think we're... Look, I don't think it's anything which is keeping people out for weeks or anything like that. I just think there's been a bit of sickness, a bit of all sorts going on, and it's just keeping us under the weather a little bit.
And any other team news? No one's picked up anything from the weekend?
No, not at the moment. I think we're pretty much as we were. Yeah.
How hard is it for you as a manager to, you've got 4 games in 9 days coming up now in 3 different competitions? How hard is it for you to prioritise games? I know you go, next game, but you must have to think about it.
Well, I don't really prioritise. I'm looking at the next game and only taking 1 game at a time, really. But I've always said, and I wouldn't change my mind, the Premier League will always be first and foremost for me. I think it's the thing that you have to focus on. But the cup competitions have become pretty special for us because we've been to a semi-final, we've now been in a final. So we're now seeing the cup competitions as something which we have to try and always take as seriously as we possibly can. It's getting harder because of the level of the competition. The Europa League we're in this year is incredible, the level of the teams and the quality of the teams in it. It's making it a little bit harder to chop and change maybe as much as we've done in years gone by. And I just think that the standard of the football generally is going up, but with all the competitions it becomes difficult.
Does this sort of run offer a chance as well to some players that maybe haven't performed as you would like them to, or have been on the fringes to grab their chance over the next couple of weeks?
Well, I think that undoubtedly, whether it be illness, injury, suspension, whatever, players will all be involved in the coming weeks, and the games are coming thick and fast as well. So we'll try and prepare and get the players ready. We'll try and put a team out in every game which we think's got a good chance of winning, and we'll try and do that against Freiburg.
And Jarrod's just been in speaking to him about playing through the middle, which I know you've tried at different times.
Yeah.
Just I know you've probably been asked it, but how pleased are you with how he's doing, and would you see him as an option for the rest of the season through the middle?
I do see it as an option going forward. It's been so difficult, not just for our club, for lots of clubs to go and buy centre forwards and at the right price and ones who can come in and make an impact immediately. I don't think there's loads in the market like that. And Jarrod's been able to step in while Mickey's been injured, and just not felt as if we've quite had enough. He's scored goals. I think he's played really well when he's been up front. So if we see a dip in him, we can always put him back in the side. If we see him scoring and continuing that, we can keep it going. So there's a wee bit of flexibility with Jarrod at the moment.
Hi, David. I was going to ask you a Jarrod question as well. Do you think playing down the middle helps his all-round game and wherever he's featured, whether it's centre or out wide? And do you think it'll improve his chance of getting the England squad as well if he shows this versatility?
Well, I think of all the people who I think were probably, I mean, this might be a bad example, but Ronaldo, started as a winger and eventually evolved into a centre forward. The ones who we've had here, a couple of them have done very similar. I think what they get is they want to be goal scorers as it goes on. They've always been assist makers in their earlier part of their career, and then they start to want the goals. And I actually think that the way wide players play nowadays, there's more goals expected from them than maybe on years gone by. But I think Jarrod can do both. I think it will help him if he keeps scoring the goals. I think it will keep him in Gareth's mind. Whether he could score being a wide player or being a centre forward, I think it will help him. But as I said many times, and I keep saying it, Gareth's got a great selection of players to choose from, and Jarrod will need to continue playing really well to be selected.
Just ask a quick one as well, an update. Is there any update on your contract talks for next year? Anything you can share?
No, we're not. No, we don't need to talk too much at the moment. We're all in a good place and moving along, and we're more interested in winning the games and keeping the good form going.
Have you got an idea of when you'd like to do that?
I'll have a chat privately at the right time with the board and speak to them when I think it's convenient.
Any other questions? One here.
Mr. Moyes, Jonas Wolf from Bild in Germany. Two questions from Germany. First of all, you said that Freiburg is a really strong team. Maybe what player or what about the team stood out the most for you in the first game?
I think the manager. I think the manager's stability. I think he's been there 13 years. Incredible, great. I was 11 and a half years at one club. And I think when you have that length of period in that time, it gives you a chance to do lots of things, build the club. You understand, you're involved in everything which was there. So I think the manager looks as if he's the thing which is really the important part of the football club and has been for a few years. And look, Freiburg, I was looking at their record last year. They got to the last 16, and I think it was Juventus who put them out in the last 16. So we're talking about a side who are doing really well, and they've got many good players. I'm not going to tell you who they are because we have to deal with that ourselves.
Another question about Thilo Kehrer. He's kind of hard time in getting into the top 11. How do you see his role? And also from Germany, there are some rumblings that some clubs from Germany are interested in bringing him back. Is this a possibility for you, or do you plan with him over the winter as well?
Well, we never talk about players or what's going to happen in their contractual situation, but I can tell you about Thilo. He's a brilliant boy. He works really hard in training. He's committed. For us, his flexibility and what he can do, he can play right back, left back, centre half. So all those roles for us is hugely important. He gives us that versatility with him. It's been tough because we've had players who have been playing really well defensively, and it's not been easy for him to get in the side. But anything else other than that, then I wouldn't discuss at this moment.
Okay, leave it there. Thanks, everybody.
Cheers, thank you.
Okay.